Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to my page in which I'm trying to talk about common sense and try to get to the nitty gritty under 30 minutes. Okay. Of course, if you are liberal or basically you are sensitive or you're sticking in the muds and you don't like humor, if I say the word cracker and it detests you or the word nigger, any type of those words and it bothers you in some ways, you shouldn't be listening to me. Listener's discretion is advised. Any music that's playing is not. I don't own the rights to it, so let it play because I'm not doing anything for profit. It's just music in the background or sound effects. So today's topics. Okay, somebody may pop up in here. My Nigerian friend popped up in here like about just a little while ago, and he may pop up in here again. Okay. Let me see, Phil Anderton. How you been, Phil Anderton? What's going on again? Second time. How you been?
Pretty good, man. How are you doing?
Doing okay. Good afternoon to you. How's life treating you over there?
Lot better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how you feeling okay with this canary virus and everything? You ain't got no sore
Oh,
throats or anything like that?
now, what
Hmm.
about you?
No, I'm doing fine. This my daughter's on me right now, and you can see, I got music. I got this Peppy Pig and stuff. I do not own the rights to it. You might try to block me off and stuff like that. But today's topics, I'm going to be talking about Alex Jones. Okay, I'm going to be
Cool.
talking about. I'm talking about the coronavirus cure. Okay, I'm going to be talking about David Icke. Okay, I'm also going to be talking about Okay, that's pretty much it for right now. I got other things on the list too, but just in case. Oh yeah. Big boob, big titty women, and they're simps. Okay, with the fat fetish and shit like that. So, what would you like to talk about on the show when you're on the show?
Oh, I just want to listen to you.
Oh, okay, that's cool. But anytime you want to stop me, okay, and you think I'm incorrect, of course you have all the knowledge, man. You're the technical aspect. I'll say something, and you just say it. You're the magical man. I'm not really a technical person, but I try my best to be sometimes. But you
You
always
are.
could. You're the one who taught me that esoteric knowledge stuff. Okay, that particular type of wisdom. So I try to get in and dwell into that. It's probably part of the cult and shit. So I try to get in there and I try to keep my knowledge pretty sacred. And a lot of guys can't relate to me though. They can't relate because they are not pure hearted and stuff. People think
No,
that
it's because
people
they're
think that.
living.
Go ahead.
They're living in their lower brain. They're living in their animal brain still. They haven't risen to this point of consciousness and esoteric knowledge and wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I keep saying, oh, everybody, if you want to refrain from doing sins and you want to basically absolve your sins, just go back into the past and fix them. Because if you don't fix them now, guess what's going to happen to you? There's a probable chance that you'll be reincarnated or reborn. And then you'll basically be like, just like what they say in the Eastern philosophies, reincarnated. Okay, everybody always reincarnates as something or something. Okay, I don't want to come back in this life like a fucking human anymore because there's too many goddamn problems. I say it's now 50-50 because it seems like I have some sort of power over one words and shit like that, right? So when I say things, it tends to happen. Okay, so now I'm at 50%, about 50% happy and 50% sad. How happy and sad are you, Phil?
Uh, well, you know me. I'm an observer. I'm an observer. I
Me too.
observe
I usually
everything.
say the same thing. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a watcher. I'm a watcher. I'm a watcher. I'm also a shaman. Practicing shaman and alchemist. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. I'm okay. I'm solid. I'm protected.
Hmm.
Fearless. Fearless. Fearless.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was younger, I had put like hexes on myself. So maybe that's the reason why I get so blessed because of my pure heart. So basically, like somebody would try to test me, and the next thing you know, something bad would happen. Like for example, I was in Ethiopia, right? And next thing you know, my wife didn't understand what kind of powers I have. There was this guy named Tesfa, right? And he didn't finish building the floor because I was supposed to get married. Though I don't believe in marriage, I had to. No, I had no choice because of the voices. Next thing you know, the guy didn't finish building the goddamn floor. He didn't finish the floor. Now you may call it voodoo, you may call it black magic, you call it whatever the hell you want. Okay, because when I was younger, I kind of like I didn't give my soul to the devil. I just didn't have any fear. Okay, so I started reading a whole lot of books, and I found out about demonology. So next thing you know, this guy, since he didn't build the floor, right, Phil, the whole house on the part of him just fell on him, bricks and all. All the concrete fell directly on him. My wife saw this and she was like, "This is just a spoof chance, for this to happen." Okay, I did tell her dad to get him out of the house because he didn't complete the fucking floor, but he didn't listen to me. Also, here's another part of the magic. I sent a picture of a chicken out there, and I had a dream about the chicken. Okay, and next thing you know, the chicken was killed. Okay, her father got the chicken, and the chicken was eaten out of my hand, but it wasn't eaten out of nobody else's hand. So I think the chicken was some kind of omen or something like that. So he had the chicken over his house, right? And before I arrived in Ethiopia, I gave him the chicken picture. There was a picture. Okay, just before I met my wife in Ethiopia, he hung it on the wall, and it's still on his wall to this day. Next thing you know, after I arrived there, after 5 years later, okay, the chicken arrived. The chicken is the same exact spinning image of the chicken that's in the picture.
Wow.
Okay. And next thing you know, I saw this chicken because this chicken was real strong. It was kind of bigger than the other chickens he had. And then I said, "Okay, where you get this chicken from?" It had red eyes. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, and then it looked just like the picture, and I was like, somebody drew that I sent to her long ago. So the chicken started eating out of my hands, right? And next thing you know, okay, one day I woke up and the chicken was killed.
Oh.
Because I think there was a ceremonial chicken or something like that. And I said that you shouldn't have killed that. I got real emotional because I felt that you shouldn't have killed that chicken just like that. I know they did it for me though, but one thing led to another. I had to leave the house. I had wanted to leave. I didn't feel comfortable there. Okay. So next thing you know, I found an apartment very quickly, like about $167 a month. I found an apartment. I lived out there for the remaining of my life for 2 years almost. And I keep telling guys, y'all should go overseas and underdeveloped countries. You can make a good living on that stuff, this shit. So I moved out. I could have lived in a hotel, which was a little bit more lavish. But of course, I didn't. You get your own whole house, 2 bedrooms and all. Okay, for only $167. And the father was kind of sad, and I was kind of sad, but you shouldn't have killed the chicken. Okay, he tried to make up for me by buying a white chicken. There was a white chicken and shit. And then I was like, that's not going to work. You killed the original chicken, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I told my wife, I said, you want to see some more magic? And I said, I want a chicken place to be built around the corner. Now, it was completely irrelevant for me to try to do this, but I felt it was pretty much impossible. Okay. Now, some of my friends may be popping up in here. And Rad Thadd, you just joined. How you been? What's going on, Rad Thadd? What's going on?
Hey, Rad.
Okay. Yeah, he's having little technical problems. You're going to have to fix that computer, man, because I'm on the phone. I said, use your mobile if you have to. If you're having problems, anybody watching me, go ahead.
People don't see clean and defrag. They don't see clean and they don't defrag every morning. You have to see clean your computer and defrag your computer.
Okay. Yeah, so let me just take him out for a little bit. Okay. Yeah, he'll come back in.
How often do you see clean and defrag?
Well, defrag and stuff, I don't have a computer no more, but I used to do it. I'm a technical person. When it comes to computers, I defragged and also cleaned it. I did a whole lot of things to my computer when I had one. I knew how to do all those things when I was at school.
Let me go. Excuse me a moment. Let me go get my drink.
Okay. No problem.
My Dr. Pepper.
Okay, no problem. I want people to understand that if you're actually out there watching, you should basically say hello or something like that. Because I see one person watching me, and it was probably not that my Nigerian friend supposed to pop up. Also, I got this book, which is numerology. Okay, so if you want your numerology numbers done, you can write down your birthday, and I give you your life path number and your attitude number. Okay, which is very important. Those are the most two numbers of importance that I actually focus on. And let me see if Rad got his picture up there. How you been, Rad Thadd? What's going on? You finally got your internet kind of up and running?
Yeah, man. The phone on my computer doesn't work.
What did I tell you? I told you the signal for a computer is completely different from a phone. Okay.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. I think it's a site. It's not working on desktop mode. I tried like 3 different browsers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up, alien?
Hey, look at Cocoa Puffs. He got the Cocoa Puff head. Look at his ass. Look at
Hey,
that Cocoa Puff head.
Hey,
That's
Cocoa
a
Puff.
nigga head. You got a real dark skinned head. Like I love Cocoa Puffs. You love Cocoa Puffs? I know I got an Elliot head. I be on the court and people make up. I say, "What kind of head? Look at my receding hairline and shit." I always come back with this. My head is like this because all of the pussies that I rubbed against. You know what I'm saying?
Use pussies.
But I had some protection though. I said, "This is not infected. Okay? This is something special that
That's why
I
your
don't
hair.
have."
You caught a disease in your scalp, and now your hair falling out.
No, I was just sawing it down. I was sawing it down. But today's topic, I'm going to talk about a little bit of David Icke, Coast to Coast, because Phil is on here. Okay, he knows all these guys, Art Bell and George Norrie, because I'm an avid fan of those individuals who come on late at night at about 12 o'clock and stay on for 5 hours. You know, and I was, hey, guess what? The coronavirus cure, man. The fucking coronavirus cure. I think I found it with some well-known doctors. And I got this information from my Nigerian friend, which I think he popped up on here, but he had to get out because of his network is fucking bad. And also, I want to talk about the big boob bimbos, and fat fetish fucks. Because I don't understand this shit, man. I don't. It's some crazy shit with people who love big boobs. That's not important to me, big boobs. What is so important with big boobs? What do you think about big boobs, man?
Oh, I don't know, man. It is what it is. Because I mean, hey, that's just an added bonus.
Yeah, because I'm like, I see a big boobs. I said that's not really that intrinsic. You know, it's not very interesting to me. Okay, I'm like, all I gotta do is put my nose in between the nipples. Okay, if it's fake, then you're gonna get a cancer. Okay, because those things pop. Those things pop, and they pay all that money and shit. And so the next thing you know, if you know they're a big boob bimbo, and they spend all their money in their fucking chest, you can tell how narcissistic them bitches are. So I'm confused about that shit. Okay, I'm like, what are you doing that for? Why are you doing all that titty shit and that and booty injections and shit? And you got guys who like to eat booty and shit. Okay, what do you think about that shit, man?
That's why they got coronavirus. See, that's why God sent that coronavirus, man.
It's fucking ridiculous these days. I'm like, why would you want to eat ass? That means you ain't no real nigga. You ain't no real. If something's wrong with your penis or some shit.
That's because look, that's because jail culture. I told you, prison culture infected hood culture, and everybody looks up to hood culture. I told you that, didn't I?
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. Let me see something.
The rappers was talking about it, so now everybody want to do what the rappers do. But the rappers affiliated with prison, which is affiliated with gay shit.
Okay.
You seen the toss the salad, nigga? The toss the salad, man?
Hey, what's going on, Cheese Boy? What's going on, Cheese Boy?
Oh, shit, it's Owen Wilson.
Oh, shit, it fucking worked.
Oh, that's my homeboy. That's my homeboy, Clay. Clay,
okay, so how you been, Cheese Boy? On this show, we talk about random topics really quickly, like schizo and shit. We never get boring and shit. We never have a talk about it. You need to get some drink. I'm the host of the show. How you been? What's going on? You're new to the show. Hello, your network.
Hey.
Cheese Boy.
Hello.
You gotta have some good network. You underground?
What's up, Brad?
Cheese Boy has some. Okay, hold on. Cheese Boy, your network is working?
Fuck. I live in the middle of like ballsack nowhere, Canada, so my internet is like shitty with the Wi-Fi. It's shitty without Wi-Fi. Got crappy 3G coverage.
Yeah, it's fucked up until this 5G come out. When this 5G comes out, we might be dropping like the fucking birds and shit. It may occur. We don't really know.
Yeah, nobody knows what the fuck's going on. Like, I've heard some reports that say it straight up ionizes air. They were using it in the States just before they did the government shutdown, and a whole bunch of the people who were working with the millimeter wave technology that was being used in the airport ended up getting like shit. Something that just the way it resonates through your skull. It makes the fuck up.
It fucks up your wavelengths and shit. I've been telling people that it interferes with your brain waves and interferes with your connectivity. Cell phones now they do it, so you already know the 5G signal is like 10 times stronger, so you know that'll do it, and it's bigger.
60 gigahertz.
Jesus Christ, that is a rather disruptive frequency.
And it is frequency. It's frequency modulation, and it has to do with like AM, FM waves. You know how they look on the spectroscope or oscilloscope? These are real close together, and they're really, really penetrative, really dangerous, and they can penetrate. When they go out in a circumferential direction. People
Phil,
think that.
tell them about yourself. Tell them, Phil. Y'all tell me about yourself. Hey, Phil.
I am the senior executive producer and bureau chief for Alternative Public Radio International. I'm a former undercover investigator for the governor's office. I'm a former emergency medical technician, advanced cardiac life support paramedic. I have a degree in emergency medicine. I've worked in homicide, forensic science, funeral home, embalming, cremation, search and rescue, MICU. I'm a specialist in search and rescue and extrication, and I have a degree in getting my degree, PhD in sociology, and I have a degree in neurolinguistic programming interrogation.
Wow, that's amazing. Every time I talk with since I'm a schizo, you know, he always compliments what I say, and then he adds on his information and stuff like that. So you already know he's a greater technical. He's a very greater technical. We've known each other for many years, and we encountered each other randomly somehow through the universe and shit. And so I was like, that's how we became known. Isn't that something amazing?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So Clay, tell them about yourself, man.
I'm just some I like a bunch of alternative research into alternative theories, physics, and biology.
Yeah, I can't hear you sometimes. You're cutting in and out.
Yeah, sorry, I got my phone in one of those life-proof cases. Yeah, just I'm mostly on. Come up with interesting theories. I can through like.
Yeah, he's breaking up. I can barely hear him. Can y'all hear him?
So this is what I want you to do, Cheese Boy. I need you to go upstairs and be in the good signal, because you keep cutting in and out. And you just come back and go upstairs or something like that, okay? Because you down. I see you downstairs in your basement. You trying to kill somebody? You killed somebody or something? Okay. You know, you probably got a terrible neck.
You probably got to go outside, man.
Yeah, sure. I'll go outside. It's windy as fuck. Give me a sec.
In the U.S., we don't have that problem because we have the 5G towers.
I don't think they're up and running yet.
Yeah, they are.
I seen one where my grandma lives, in that area. I seen one.
Not in my area. They're not up and running, but I do feel dizzy sometimes. I don't know why, but I think that's the 5G tower somewhere, but I don't see it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Canada is like almost the size of China, but we have as many people as California. So like we have like shitty, really expensive. I pay like $70 a month.
Hey, Marthious, can you like get your daughter out of that room, man? Because I can hear her better than I can hear Cheese Boy, man.
Can you lock your daughter in the garage and put a couple of doggy bowls out there, one with water, maybe one with food.
Fuck, I can hardly
there you
hear
go.
shit because of this goddamn phone case.
Damn, man, take off that phone case, bro. What you doing?
I need a set of Allen keys. It's one of those phone cases. I got another phone I can take out of the case. We can try this shit again. It's well off the house Wi-Fi, so maybe we'll try again tomorrow. But yeah, my background is I'm just kind of a crazy person. I never really hung out with other people, so I kind of forged my own path through just whatever the fuck I do, and I do a lot of things just differently, I guess. I don't know. I come up with a lot. I come across a lot of interesting shit. Like I live in the shoreline, and like I'm doing a bunch of research on Stonehenges in the area, and I found a city. I'm not exactly sure how old it is, but there's really not supposed to be anything like that out here, and it's buried at least, like 2.5 to 3 feet of soil. Like, it's got trees growing on it and shit. I found it. Like, I haven't mapped the shit out or anything. I've just kind of stumbled on it, and it's been frozen out mostly. So, like, you kind of have to get into a lot of places with a canoe, and there's a lot of moving water, so it's kind of untrustworthy.
Yeah, so let me tell you something. Cheese boy. Please send me your information so I can put your Cash App up there. Do you hear me? Send me your information in a private box so I can send me the information. Anyone who shows up on this show, I'm a noble person. I don't do things just for one time. I see the incentives like this by putting your Cash App on here, and people will donate to you if you have a need. Because during these days of the coronavirus, everybody's in need in some way. Yeah. So make sure you send me your private, your information, your Cash App,
so
and your
far
link.
off the map. I'm having Cash App. I don't have YouTube. I don't have Twitch. I have Facebook. But that's
well, you can set up your Cash App then. Set up your Cash App, and aren't you on Facebook?
I can't really hear you, man. I'll get look us up on Facebook, but as far as it goes, I'm just wasting your time.
Well, your internet keeps cutting in and out. So if you have a better internet, just come on back. Send me your information.
Got my phone.
Yeah, send me your information when you come on back with a better internet. Because it's like cutting in and out.
Man, if you want to come back tonight, come back tonight. I'll be hosting a video tomorrow myself on my channel. So if you want to come back tomorrow, you can. But also, I recommend coming back tonight because there's no telling what subject we'll touch. So if you're on the phone, please do.
Right on.
Okay, I'll see you later, Cheese Boy.
Hello? Package in hand. Good. You're on route back to the post office?
Yeah, man. But like I said, Clay, Cheese Boy got a lot of information. He got a lot of cool information that he can share with us. He was telling me about the cities that's in the lost cities that's in what's it, Canada? Yeah, in Canada that he's come across, like Stonehenge, up by Native Americans. And so people visit those areas all the time. They walk through and they never notice. So Clay's like, hey, what if this used to be a city or something? And nobody talks about it. Nobody really discovered. And it's like he said, it's buried under meters and meters of fucking dirt and shit and twigs. I'm like, he showed me pictures of it. And I'm like, yeah, I believe it. This probably used to be a city, a Native American city.
Hey, I just want you to understand that if you listen to this show, write a couple questions down. Anybody who's in the audience, come on the show and have something to discuss. If you got a lot of technicalities, if you know some research and you believe your hypotheticals are correct, come on to the show, goddammit, because people be watching me and then they don't say nothing and they don't come on to the show. Okay, it's okay. So as soon as you come onto the show, I will post your information in the description box. Promise me this. Make sure you have a Cash App and some sort of link to your page. That's all I ask for. You know?
Yeah. Share that money, man.
So what do you like to talk about, Rad?
Okay, I got a few topics.
Okay.
So the one was we already talked about Freemasonry, slavery. I want to talk about the science in general, numerology again, and I wanted to see if the audience wanted to discuss anything, but I guess not.
Yeah, I still got that book, but the audience, a lot of people are interested in numerology. If anybody wants to know, just come on the show. I'll put your birth date, and I'll give you your attitude and your life path number only, and I'll tell you if it's compatible enough. But other than that, I'm not going to discuss it again unless somebody are interested in the numbers, because I read the whole book. You see, look, I read the whole book. That's right, I read them all.
Okay, I was asking, so what's the science behind the numerology? What's the science behind it?
Well, it was created by a man named Pythagoras, right? And they say he's the one who created number 0.
Pythagoras.
That's right. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Phil always corrects me on certain things because I'm getting old. I'm an old man. He's older than me, but his memory is sharp. His memory is goddamn sharp, man. My shit ain't. I'm getting shot, man. You know how it feels to be a Negro and a cracker at the same time. You know how it feels to be a Negro and a cracker. It's fucking confusing. I want to study things, and then I get lazy, and then I can't fucking remember shit. It's all about genetics. I can't remember shit, and I try my best to put that shit back and regurgitate it. Everybody call me an Oreo and shit because I sound like a white cracker on the fucking phone and shit. I said, fuck you, niggas.
Same thing with me.
Well, basically, Pythagoras, right? Pythagoras. Okay, he created the number zero. He's a mathematician and he was a philosopher at the same time. So he put together a system to where your life path is basically focused on numbers. Okay, that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Right, but how does it work?
Well, I know for every letter there is a number. Okay, and for every digit in your number, your phone number to your name to your birth date, there is a secret code, you want to call it, through numerology, in which you can simplify it to tell how your life path is going to be. For example, if you just go on your life path number and your attitude number, you basically will find out if you have a confused life, simply because of those two. You can take it all the. Go ahead.
I don't think that's the question he's asking, Emerald.
Yeah.
He's asking the question of the origin and etiology of the connection between equations, mathematics, and the universe, and personalities and persona, and the sociological phenomena that we see today. And that is because when we had the event horizon 14.4 billion years ago, time, I can't hear from the child. Can you control your child, Emerald? The timeline began at a certain point within our space-time continuum.
Okay.
So the timeline for us began at a certain specific quantum point in time. That's when our timeline began. That's why you're always hearing about timelines crossing each other. You're always hearing about ley lines on the Earth. You're always hearing about the Mayans, and you're always hearing about others using these timelines for energy propagation.
Okay.
And you hear about them with the pyramids, and you hear about them with the pyramids have little holes in them that see the sun on the certain solstices. All of that has to do with mathematics. The universe is all mathematics. It's all mathematics, nothing else.
Okay, that's what you're saying. It's like sort of like if I write a computer program where there's little life forms in it, right?
Right.
I can determine where those little life forms will go. I can determine their life paths and all of that based on numbers.
Right.
And equations.
Right.
And numerology.
Right. And we're the same way. We have capacity, like those little figures you would create do not have capacity because you're the controller, you're the handler.
Right.
Now, our handler, whatever that may be, our central computer, God, Shiva, whatever, Brahman, that's our handler. And that's the first point in time. So we have capacity within our ability. We have ability to communicate with each other.
Let me say something about the matter. Let me say something about the universe.
Go ahead.
Let me say something about the universe. When it comes down to mathematics is a universal language, that is incorrect. I truly believe that's incorrect. It's all theology. So basically, if you assume that mathematical universe is the mathematical whole universe, okay, that is completely inaccurate because there's multiple different times and dimensions and spaces. What about
those are still mathematical though? Each time.
What do you mean? What do you mean by mathematical? I'm confused. Give me a definition of what you mean by mathematical.
You can express anything in the universe via equations. You can add equations to or calculate with or analyze through advanced trigonometry or geometry or other mathematical propositions. Anything in the universe can be described by.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that because
I do it. I mean,
what I'm saying is that you cannot put a mathematical equation on everything. You can't do that. That's what the voice says.
You can.
You can't do it. You won't be able to do it. You know why you won't be able to do it?
Why not?
Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you why. Okay, the thing is that you can't do it because some dimensions don't go by a mathematical equation or by order. It goes by chaos. And sometimes if you put a mathematical equation on chaos, it'll always be debunked. It will always be debunked. This is what I'm hearing before.
But it's still, even in chaos theory is based on mathematical equations.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is that you can't just get a solution or an answer to every type of thing.
No, but you can get a hypothesis. You can find
now I understand.
Direction. You can find a potential within that equation or those equations. You can find a potential and be a little bit closer to a theory.
Yeah, probability. Yeah, you're right.
Or a probability. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I understand now.
So what y'all think about random numbers? That's another topic I want to talk about, because at first I was thinking, random numbers exist? And I realized random numbers don't exist, because even with a computer program, it takes information from here and there and then put it together and it gives you a random number, quote unquote. But random, it just means, in my mind, it just means there's a variables that we cannot or haven't calculated, so we assume is random. It's like you shake a dice, right? It's like you roll a dice. It's not really random. The force of your hand, the size of your hand, how fast you throw the dice determines the number that appears on it. Not random. It's not up to random. It's just variables that we don't see.
They do have a randomizer equation software, but it's kind of hokey.
Right.
Kind of hokey.
Huh?
The human brain can't comprehend the massive information that can go into creating the planet or creating the sun. It's too massive. So what I'm saying is that if you have aliens who are thinking on a quantum physics level, you can't contemplate on how fathom that is. You can't contemplate.
Because a quantum computer today, our most super quantum computer today, can calculate trillions of qubits of information per second. Trillions of qubits of information per second. Turn raw data into real user-friendly data.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but that computer, since it says trillions, there's way more numbers past that. Okay, so this is the limitation of humans.
This is the computer they're using to calculate the sociological probabilities of our existence on this planet.
I feel it's a strong waste of time to be worried about the life of the planet when basically we're in the physical body and aspect. Because you know why? I feel that it's a waste of time and it's a waste of arrogance and pride. It's because that when you die, there's a chance that you'll be reborn into another alternate dimension or universe.
And I disagree. We have particles now that dance in and out of our body into other dimensions, but those are single particles like muons, nuons.
I'm talking about reincarnation. I'm talking about you don't never know.
I don't believe in
another dimension.
I don't believe in reincarnation. I don't believe.
Okay. You don't believe in reincarnation.
I don't believe reincarnation. I don't believe that the body will ever be reanimated in any way, shape, form, or fashion to its human form in any other dimension or place or space or time. But I do believe that your particles and your energy and your electromagnetism will be dispersed throughout the universe at the point of death.
Have you ever did any research on those people who are actually stop? She acts stupid sometimes.
I had those kids up and blow my fucking brains out. In the bathroom, I would just go in there on the toilet and just go.
Oh my God, that'll be hilarious, man. If you do something like that, do it on camera, man. There'll be no do it on live.
Rad live and Kiler Davenport committing Harry Carey.
Harry, Jesus Christ. You know what she does? She likes talking and she likes to move around. And I'm trying to talk to y'all and it's be distracting and shit. Oh yeah, as a matter of fact,
can't you control her as a parent?
Yeah, I can, but sometimes the mother did that. The mother gave her too much affection, so she whines a lot. Baby psychology is easy to me, but since the mother spoils her, then she acts like I need more attention. You have to hit me gaga for no apparent reason. Okay, because the mother does. I don't do that. My first daughter was never like that. But let me ask you a question, Phil. Have you ever did any research on those children who were born and reincarnated from the past life because they were black, or they was a Marine in the past, and they got in that cockpit and they drove off in an F-16 jet? Have you ever did any research on that?
Do you think that some of the thoughts could be transferred to another person after they die?
Yes, they do. They are. They are. Yes, they are.
That's I'm skeptic myself, but from what I hear, right, is a lot of people talking about their personal experiences. I don't really know. I can't prove it because I don't have no experiences with it. So how would y'all go about convincing somebody that doesn't believe in it? Either one of you.
That doesn't believe in what?
Oh, that the thoughts can be transferred to another person after you die or whatever.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
That's very.
They can be transferred via memory.
That's kind of closed-minded a little bit, right?
No. We're uploading memory all the time. We're storing memory all the time. That memory is stored in a very esoteric place. All of your memories are stored in a collective sort of imagination or consciousness of the universe. Every memory that you've ever had, every word you've ever spoken is still traveling in the universe. Trillions and trillions of light years from here.
I think it's as wise to be open-minded as possible, because anything is possible.
But do you think that is possible? Yeah, that's good, Marthious. But do you think that it's possible to that those thoughts or whatever, those words and the sound is what you mean? So do you think that with all of that stuff, do you think that is in a different form by the time it reaches another galaxy to the point where they don't understand what we're talking about? It could end up like beat to them, but to us it sounds like
listen to this shit. Yeah, I believe what you're saying here. Listen to this shit. Our souls in this prison planet, it's a collective, and what happens is that they say that these alien races are watching over us. So since we cannot leave the body, our bodies and energies can be transferred into the sun. You see that sun? Now you can see a lot of research being done on the sun, right? And they have hypothetical guesses on how the sun is created. Imagine what that sun is. Every time I look at the sun, I'm like, how the fuck did that get there? Yo, from a black hole or some shit? No, it could be something completely beyond your wildest imagination. And I tell people all the time, I think that we're living in a prison planet. And the only way to escape that sun, which everybody keep worshiping for some fucking reason, is to not have fear of the sun.
93 million degrees Fahrenheit.
Think about it. That's energy. That means our bodies, which are trapped in this containment, is a frequency through a vortices in which they can use so they can regurgitate it back into some kind of a small, tiny, microscopic black. It just comes to my mind. I can't fathom what it is. So all of our thoughts, all of our memories, we have reincarnated so many times, right? They can use that energy and create something like the sun. And that's kind of scary because I don't want to be in the sun for over 1 billion years. Okay.
I don't either. I don't even see how particles can exist in the sun, such as muons or such as protons or photons or electrons or quasar or quarks, upside down quarks, right side up quarks. I don't see how they could exist in the sun, or of course we know they can't exist in a black hole.
You know the black hole, when I look at what do you think about the black hole when you see that motherfucker? When you see a fucking black hole, what the fuck do you see, man?
You don't see shit.
Do you think that shit is real?
In particles being sucked in and spaghettified.
That doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any fucking sense. What is that? Huh?
It's dark energy. I think from what I've read, right, and from what I've heard from scientists, all the matter is sucked in. All the matter and all the light and all the particles, everything that you could possibly imagine gets sucked in. Oh, what's up, gravy? Booty gravy. Gets sucked inside.
I was Nigerian.
The black get sucked into the black hole and nothing can escape it.
I made it to the meeting.
If your internet is bad, I won't be able to talk to you long, okay? Because I know you live in another country, man. Okay, so is your internet good?
The reception is bad here.
Go ahead. You speaking okay? I can hear you clear. But go ahead.
The reception
Okay, so
here is bad. Yeah, the network connection is poor.
hey, y'all gonna get a commenter real soon. Cheese Boy is gonna be the commenter on y'all stuff on the live real quick because he can't video us live.
So what's the topic? Is
On y'all stuff.
what the topic
The topics I was talking about until we get sidetracked. We always get sidetracked on the show. This is down the rabbit hole. We can talk about anything and everything. As long as you got a piece of paper and a pen, everything will always be smooth sailing. What I was talking about today, what I am going to talk about is the coronavirus core and cure. I'm going to talk about big boob bimbos and fat fetish females. I've already talked about it a little bit. And I'm talking about David Icke and Coast to Coast, Alex Jones, and how he was right all along. But go ahead, you can talk about anything you want. Okay. We was just a little while ago. We was talking about the black hole. What do you think the black hole is? Bucci?
Booty gravy.
is bad. I can hear you clearly, bro. I'm trying to hear what you're saying, but the reception is bad here.
Okay. Yo, how come Africans have funny shaped heads and shit, man? I never understood that.
I got a funny shit here too. I got a funny shit here. Look at my head. Look at my head. Yeah, we all got funny shit.
Oh my God.
Intellectual properties or something like that, Phil Anderson, he don't got a funny shaped head. His is very symmetrical.
I don't know. I got to stick in the back.
Hey guys,
yeah.
I'm going live in 5 minutes, so I'll see you on air. Okay, are you coming over?
Yeah, he's on for 2 hours. I'm only gonna be on here for an hour because my time is limited. But
I'll see you on air.
I'll
make it over.
I'll be on both. I'll share it.
See you later, Rad. Hey, Rad, invite me to your show, okay?
Okay, I will. Mine will be tomorrow.
All right, bye, y'all.
Okay, take it easy, Phil. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you were talking to Gravy?
So.
Oh well, his accent, his signal is bad. We won't be able to hear him.
Go ahead, speak, or forever hold your peace.
So I'm trying to get the topic exactly. I am finding it difficult grasping what you are saying. Yeah. Network is pretty poor. Mm-hmm. So if we can have network is poor here, there's a bad reception.
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you. We can hear you now.
Try not to use this. Okay.
Oh, also, Emerald Pill.
Yeah.
So, the white boy I call Owen Wilson. His name is Clayton Wilkinson. He's on Facebook, Clayton Wilkinson. So search his name up. I can't message you because I'm banned from Facebook for 30 days. So I can't message. I can't video record. I can't do nothing on there. So you gotta.
I'm on Simon Belmont. Look for me, Castlevania. Simon Belmont. You see his face. That's my other profile. I know that nobody on Facebook is not listening to me, but I do have a Facebook account that I'm actually using. So you already know it already, right? You don't mind Simon Belmont.
Yeah, but Clay needs it, and I can't send it to him because I'm gonna see if I can share your profile with him.
Yeah, you can copy his profile and send it into my inbox. That's all.
Yeah,
you know how to do that, right?
On here?
No, I'm talking like when you get off. You go to this page, and then you can copy the link and then send it into my message.
Yeah, but I can't do that on Facebook because I'm banned.
No. You can still talk to me right now on Simon Belmont, right?
No, I'm banned from Messenger and everything.
What? Then you might as well start a new account and try again.
Yeah, man. I was in the middle of doing that, but man, that process. I used all my emails and all my emails got banned. So I'm in a tough situation right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't link your Facebook accounts. Never do that. You can actually do it. Go ahead.
they might be tracking my IP address too, because I can't use shit. I can't even because I use a different account with a different name and a different picture, and they still banned that one. So they probably tracking my IP, and I can't change that with my phone. Y'all can't hear me? Oh yeah, he gone.
I can hear you. Yeah, his network is bad.
Yeah, it seems like everybody but people in America have bad.
That's why we reign supreme until China starting that fucking 6G shit. They trying to poison the asses, so we basically won't win the war. They say that this 5G is going to be 20 times faster than 4G. So I'm like, oh shit, they're already starting on the 6G. I just read some news about that shit, man. What the fuck is going on?
Look, man, I saw some shit on what was it, online like a couple years ago, maybe in 2013, and they had some pure glass, pure glass fucking phones, like it's pure glass, and like they were like swiping it and sending each other stuff instantaneously by swiping it and by putting their phones next to each other's. It was some crazy shit. It's called a day of glass. That shit that's some 5G level shit right there.
Mm-hmm. I was reading that in Norway they actually have the 7G up and running. Do you believe me? NASA also has something like 7G. Did you know this?
They're always ahead of everybody else. Like the military and stuff is always ahead of everything, you know. So I mean, it's that simple. It's like they always have the technology and they release it like way, way, way later than what we get. So you
network, brother. What the hell was wrong with this network thing? I hope it's not happening with me and shit. Oh, hello. But anyway, as he's trying to get on a little technical difficulties, I want to tell people about this cure for this COVID-19 type thing. They say only thing you need is zinc, 50 to 100 milligrams a day, combined with about 4 ounces of quinine, tonic water, But I would put it down here in the description box here, so people would know. Tonic water, Schweppes, tonic water with natural, natural, quinine, so they say Schweppes is actually what you should be using. You should be drinking that every day, plus 50 to let me see, zinc, zinc 50 to 100 milligrams per day to be safe, 100 milligrams, and so I put it down there so y'all can see it. So tonic water with natural quinine, plus a zinc 50 to 100 milligrams. And so since I posted up there, there's always vital information in this goddamn videos. As I told you, I'm schizo, and if you don't know what a schizoaffective is in a way, a schizophrenic individual is a person who hear voices or seem to be delusional from the white man's theology, like I said. When someone hears voices or a Holy Spirit, you want to say, they don't always believe them until it comes true. Some people have their powers passive or impassive. So you got to be careful how you judge people or one another. And so me, I hear 3 voices. It fucks with my concentration, a little bit of my memory, unless I take ginkgo biloba, or some ginseng and some shit, or any type of Q10, vitamins or some shit like that. So I showed you guys, tonic water and quinine, and also I wanted to talk about David Icke was right. David Icke is probably right. And of course, you got Alex Jones. Alex Jones was right all along, you guys. Alex Jones was right all along. That's why they shut his ass down, because he was too big of a mogul. I think it's best to be schizo or some sick nigga. I don't want to be too popular. That's why I ask people, try not to subscribe, but you can turn on the notifications or some shit like that. I do not recommend people to basically be, subscribing too much to my pages, because my pages are pretty unique. And I may sound cringy to the masses of asses, and Rad has joined back. And I just explained to everybody how tonic water and a natural a quinine in the tonic water, Schweppes. So they say Schweppes. You can get some other type too if you see it. I just picked up a whole bunch of them. If you get that in combination of zinc plus 50 milligrams to 100 milligrams of zinc. It says it's supposed to cure you within 2-3 days. Did you hear this?
That cure you of corona?
Yep.
Here's the thing, though. Did you know 80% of people with corona can recover on their own?
Yeah, I think this. I don't think it's a hoax because nobody knows if it's a hoax or not. But
That's
other
true.
than that, I don't know.
But you can recover on your own, right? Most people have mild or like slightly less than mild symptoms. So most people, especially if they're young, they can recover on their own. And they might not even know they have it. It takes about, I think, maybe 13 weeks to recover totally. That's what they said. 13 weeks for it to completely leave your system. And some people recover in short is 8 days. Okay, in China, that was the median days was about 30 for people to recover. That's like the average day for people to recover.
Yeah,
and,
but this I got this information from Nigeria, and it was a white doctor who's in this country. So basically, he just said something that made. He said he got it all. He got this information from prominent doctors and figures. I just narrow it down. Okay, I get to the point and said the tonic water. They say it's supposed to cure you in 3 days. Now I don't know how true that is, but it's wise to stock up on some zinc. And you can't find them in the stores now. I just went to Giant Eagle, fucking Walmart, and I found that shit is gone. It's probably, some people already got information. I'm like, yo, it's not there. Not even the fucking tonic water is there. I had to get the more expensive tonic water, which has natural quinine in it. And I was like, fuck. I couldn't find any sweps, but I did get another type though. So y'all better get on the boat. As I'm just trying to tell you, this is advanced medicine. That's what this is, advanced medicine. You don't necessarily need to get no vaccination. If they force a vaccination on you, are you gonna get it? I was going to feel this.
I wouldn't get the vaccination because you can recover from coronavirus on your own. You have an 80% chance of recovering on your own. Why would I get a vaccination?
They're trying to push in martial law. They're trying to push in the New World Order. Do you really think, are you going to get this enforced vaccination if they try to enforce it on you? Are you going to get it?
No, I wouldn't. Nope.
What if they threaten you? They're going to put you in jail. What would you do?
How would they know that I took it? How would they know?
You got to get the records, right? Yeah, they have to.
But they're gonna stop you in the street. Hey, you got your shot records? They gonna do that to you, man?
That makes sense. That's why I said it's not going to happen. They're not going to go throughout America with their armored vehicles of their one world order. It's the people's choice. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Phil believes. I was talking to him on the show the other day because I'm a good listener. I told you I'm a good listener. And he was talking about what you're going to do. It's going to happen. You better be prepared. Okay, back to Saitama. Okay, Santana. How you been? What's going on? You can't see your face.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
What's up,
I'm
man?
doing okay.
His name was remember first. You remember him, Marthious?
No, I've been looking for work, man. I've been looking for work, so I think I'm a little successful. So I started a little bullshit job tonight. So yeah, I just been here trying to chill, man.
You the security type, right? You doing security?
Nah. Weird shit. I gotta get my license, but nah, I ain't on security yet. But I'm gonna get the license, man. It's just good to have all them little bullshits in case of the apocalypse.
True, man. But look, I don't.
Make sure you send me your Cash App information, Black Summit. People who join here, I gotta put your information on there. So please send me your information in the private chat so I can post it on the description app so people can donate to the cause. Everyone should be donating $2 a month, especially to the rich crackers out there. Okay, I said rich. Yeah, I said rich crackers today.
Yeah.
And the thing is that when they got the money, they can donate to the show, donate to you, and everybody can be donated to. And nobody's begging for nothing. Everybody needs help. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You should be working. Yeah. Do not recommend people to work. You gotta strap yourself twice, man. Make your own mask. Okay.
Yeah, you're right about that, dog.
Black athletes can donate too, because them motherfuckers are greedy as hell. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I call them out all the time. All these niggas.
Yeah, man.
They can easily help the hood get out of their situation if they just reinvest in, hard-earned football money or their basketball money. They're not allowed in the hockey money. Okay.
I was just driving through Opalaka with my partner, right? Just driving through Opalaka, and you see the old city hall, like it was a great black neighborhood back in like the 70s, 80s. slowly dying throughout the 80s to now it's like totally dead, right? And it's like me and him was talking. I say all it takes is Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, whoever, whatever, all
You know,
Trick Daddy.
you know what I'm saying? Right?
And you put that money together. You know what it takes to become a mayor, right? Pretty much you just buy yourself into the you buy the city. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're buying a little small district of Miami called Opelika, and y'all amount of rich niggas put that money in together, this is your own city. You establish housing association, you establish law enforcement, you establish how you want the schools. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But black people we could been saved Black America. So that's why I don't let no black people blame white people for anything at all anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much my stance on that. Like asking for reparations, nigga, all our money go to materialism, fucking Jordans and wigs and motherfucking cars. The preachers don't put no money into the shit. Like you say, the black athletes and entertainers don't. So, hey, listen, miss me with that reparations talk. We don't need it. Because what niggas gonna do with that bread? And look how they conditioning us right now for like $1,000 a month. So once they break us down,
let me tell you something about this money. Please be careful out there. There's a lot of scammers, especially Negroes, trying to scam people when it comes to this Cash App. I was on this one particular site, was a Cash App site. You can just look it up yourself. Cash App, Facebook, and you'll find out people trying to do a money level marketing type shit. You send me money first, and I'll send you money second. Don't fall for it. If somebody says you want something, don't fall for it. Now I see a lot of people getting scammed out of this shit, but you can get your money back if you just call your bank. Somebody has to investigate these motherfuckers. And please understand that if you fucking send your money, you're not gonna get any of that money back. It's all be a setup for something else. You gotta pay for it. You ain't win shit. I just want a mental note. I just want people to know that. Don't fall for the hype. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's definitely great information. Definitely.
Yeah, niggas love scamming niggas. More niggas scam than start business.
No, I still believe white people do.
What the Rad Thadd went in?
Practice do it more sophisticated. They motherfuckers hack your shit before you get a chance. Don't.
Yeah,
this is what the hackers do. They go behind the firewall to get your shit. And then you get your vital information. Then they don't have to do anything else. They don't have anything. You just have a debit out of your account. Like, what the fuck is it? How the fuck did that happen? A cracker? Okay.
Businesses, because that's the point of starting black businesses, Emerald. Because if another tribe of people, like white people, decide to scam black people, then maybe you shouldn't have been shopping with them. Maybe we should have formed our own shit a long time ago.
Strongest is the fittest. Strongest is the fittest. The smartest is the fittest. I just say, hey, I can't stand people. They get robbed and they don't learn any better. White people fight each other all the time. It's just different species of white people. I can't stand people to try to use racism as a fucking card each and every last motherfucking time. Right?
Exactly.
Emerald, that's the benefit of traveling from your behalf and from my behalf, and then even that's open-minded to travel. Once you start traveling, you see that all people ain't the same, right? Depending on their skin color. Because you got niggas black like us with fucking white hair. You know what I'm saying? So like you travel around the world, so you have to be a smart person not to be a racist. Once a motherfucker is racist, you already know you can't have a conversation with this idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're judging anything on one of your senses, you ain't even using 6 senses, which is your third eye. If you're just using one sense, your eyes only, to judge somebody, what kind of person are you talking to? So
exactly.
From your behalf, traveling, I know how you could say that all white people, they're not the same. So it's just good to hear that, man, because a lot of people don't know.
I want people to understand that I just want people to understand when I post that cure, they say it's a cure from well-known doctors. They got it from Nigeria. It's from a white guy who actually was doing some experimentation.
Wait, I want to talk about the race thing real quick again. Yeah, that's a good point, Saitama.
Hold on. You have to take that once a day. 4 ounces of the tonic water, okay, which has quinine in it, and also 50 to 100 milligrams a day. That's what he said. So you take it, and you cure it in 3 days. So I'm like confused. I said, maybe miss said that. He said 3 days. You start seeing results in 3 days. So I'm like, Okay, you might not find it these days, but you take it once a day, which I just mentioned here, and so basically once a day. Okay? But go ahead, you saying?
Oh yeah, I wanted to touch on what Saitama was saying. Yeah, smart people aren't people that's well informed. People that's smart, they not as racist because it's already been proven, right? But statistically, that the most racist people are also the most dumbest people. But also keep in mind that with the older generations, it's like y'all, most of y'all had to to physically go places, right? To know and meet people and not to understand different races and shit. But the younger generations are way less racist than the ones before, and way less likely to blame white people than before, because that's because that they don't have to travel. They come in contact with these people through integration, through things like internet and all of that, and they all mix and mingle, so they grow up knowing all the cultures automatically like a second nature.
Yeah. Hey, look. Hey, baby. Racism is over for the new millennials, man. That's why I hate that when politics is still addressing those issues right now. Biden, your life is over. It's not about you anymore, Biden. It's about the new young generation coming up. You guys not even fucking strategically talking politics for the new young black generation, new young millennials, regardless of race. Y'all niggas still talking about black-white issues. Like, that's how you know it's all fake. But yeah, you right about that. As far as the younger generation, you guys definitely have a way better America than we have.
Exactly.
You're better.
Complain. I'd be like, wait, are you better off than your grandparents, or are you worse off than your grandparents? They always try to mix it up and conflate it. And I tell them, just like, as simple as this, you better off than your grandparents, and you better off than your parents, and your children will be better off than you if you play it smart.
Dude, let me just add on that, and then I'm gonna let Ebro throw his. I want to hear Ebro's point of view, but this is one thing I always say, right? If you and this is the difference between black people and niggas, right? If you let a nigga tell the story right now, he gonna make it seem like we have it worse now than our ancestors. That's why you can't let niggas tell the story. That's why you can't let.
Hey, Black San Antonio, have you ever encountered a war? You ever encountered one?
Not a serious one, just an internet gangster. Not no serious one in real life. Like someone that could really pass that knowledge. Just people that just feel that it gets
worse than the nigga talking on it. It gets worse than the nigga like T.I. talking and shit. It gets real far worse than that. Because a nigga like T.I., I like Killer Mike. You ever heard of Killer Mike?
Yeah. I know him.
Got knowledge, but when you got guys like T.I. and Tupac talking any nonsense about politics or any philosophy, they don't have it. They don't have none of it. Okay? It's a waste of time. But if as soon as you start talking to an Israelite or some fucking Moor, they gonna look at you like you ain't shit. That sovereign citizen shit, that's some mental illness. RZA and shit and all that other shit, they speak knowledge and shit, but they got a little mental illness. They think they're better and more important than other people. When I found out that RZA went to jail, I hope to God that he got out, okay? Because I put a spell on that shit. I said, I don't want the dude in jail. He's speaking some knowledge and stuff like that. But sometimes you may become a 5%, but you're really a 1%. You gotta be careful. When you're religion, if you're religious in any form or fashion, you are no longer a 1% in my book. Okay, you're part of the fucking 6%ers or a 10%er, because religious people are lost. They're delusional. You can't believe in Allah and be an individual person, and you talking knowledge. You should be like Alex Jones. And as I was going to lead on to the conclusion of that, to talk about Alex Jones got banned simply because he was being goofy and truthful at the same time. So now you see what happened to him, right? You saw what happened, right? Good.
I seen him in a frog dress. I seen him dressed like a frog one time. Like, this dude is out of his mind. But he's not necessarily wrong. Crazy doesn't equal wrong. A lot of people don't understand that. It's easy to dismiss somebody you disagree with as crazy. And they might be crazy, but that doesn't mean they're wrong.
Yeah. I tell people to listen to George Norrie at night. I tell Coast to Coast. You ever heard of Coast to Coast? George Norrie and Art Bell?
I never heard of him.
I heard Coast to Coast, but I don't know what George Norrie is. Who's that?
Yeah, he's the host and talk show of a radio talk show that comes on at 12 at night a.m. I don't know what time in different Eastern Standard. I don't know, but he talks about all conspiracies, nothing but conspiracies. I've been listening to him since 2000, the year 2000. I've been listening to him ever since. He comes on the middle of the night and he talks for 5 hours. Fucking 5 hours of knowledge and shit. But you know why he comes on the middle of the night. There's this too much vital information.
Listen to him.
Yeah, he enjoys it. You can look it up yourself, coast to coast. He got his own shit together. Even Alex Jones, he got his own shit together too. He got his own like TV, radio talk show and shit. And I was shocked. He got his own talk show now. He got his own .com now. So I think it's best for anybody to start their own .com and try to get their own fucking servers up. But as I said before, in the past, I'm not hating on the Nation of Islam. My problem with the Nation of Islam is that if you give off the air that you're more important than other people, that's not a good thing. Okay. Also, religion is folly. I keep trying to teach these guys. Yeah. Now I know people are trying to listen to Louis Master Farrakhan. I call him Louis Master Farrakhan. Okay. I love his knowledge. I love his inspiration. But he could have been working for the CIA. People don't know that. Okay.
I don't like Farrakhan because I went to school with his grandniece.
Malcolm X is killed. Mahatma Gandhi is killed. The one who taught Malcolm X. I mean, the one who taught Martin Luther King. So you see, all those individuals were assassinated, but you still got Louis Master Farrakhan. Think about it.
Exactly. And another thing, right? I went to school with Louis Farrakhan's grandniece. I don't know if I ever told anybody this, but she was a straight up hoe. And I was thinking, well, your great uncle is this person. You're supposed to have like family shit and all that. And it was like, no. And then she told me how he's a hypocrite, right? How he said that no white people can be in it at first, right? But then he started letting white people into the Nation of Islam, and they worship a white man. The Nation of Islam worships a white man. Elijah Muhammad, he was a white man. A lot of people don't know that. That dude was white.
He's a mixed breed. To me, he's not even black. He's a mixed breed. I don't know what the hell he is.
Also, Farrakhan killed Malcolm X. Farrakhan helped kill Malcolm X, and he knew about it. He killed Malcolm X, and what's his name? Muhammad Ali was like, I don't want to fuck with Malcolm X either because he not with the Nation of Islam, but he was a slave too. A lot of people don't know that he was a slave to the Nation of Islam too. Nation of Islam got a lot of wicked ways, man. Folks got to see through it.
The CIA killed Malcolm X though, but they set it up. It's a whole setup I was reading about, and then Louis Master
Farrakhan was part of it. Farrakhan was part of it.
He basically said it wasn't his fault. He probably did it indirectly, which caused the CIA to actually try to kill Malcolm X. But I don't think Louis Master Farrakhan probably did it. I don't know. Okay, you don't know. Okay, but there's a lot of setup. It's about a setup.
He set him up because no, I'm telling you. Okay, Malcolm X didn't like Farrakhan, and Farrakhan didn't like Malcolm X because he left. Malcolm X was called a Nation of Islam, fake Islam. He was saying that's not real Islam. And then I was like, dang. And then, of course, you already know the leader of the Nation of Islam ain't going to like that. Shortly after, the dude died. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. So I always said, Farrakhan just needs to die already. I already know Farrakhan's successor. I already know who that is. Y'all know who that is. But he's going to have a successor. When Farrakhan dies.
Maybe he did that. Yeah, maybe he did do that.
What'd you say?
Yeah, maybe he did do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he did it, man. He know too.
I grew up in a Nation of Islam, right? But see, I was a kid, like 14, 13, when I got fed up with it, right? So it's like when it comes to all religion, right? I started thinking for myself, which is a big no-no in religion, right? Once you're a free thinker, right? So I became agnostic, especially when I went to Djibouti, Africa, or whatever, right? So now with all the conspiracies, with what the Nation of Islam did it or whatever, like I got out of all that shit when I was 13. You know, that's around 1994. 1992. So I never really looked into that knowledge of who did it, why they did it, or whatever. But back to what Emerald Pill was saying, as far as just religion altogether, right? When you were talking about the Moors, like if I start speaking with the Israelites or Moors, they're gonna look at me crazy, right? But one of the reasons I gave up on religion, anybody that has any kind of monarchy, hierarchy kind of vibe, you already don't respect the fellow man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like once you follow in fucking dude, we're all human, we're all individuals, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So once you look at humanity on a we all are the same on the same level, you're gonna have natural LeBron James, You're gonna have natural Nikola Teslas. You're gonna have natural. If we just respect everybody for their talent, but see, we already put a monetary value on everybody's talent. You know what I'm saying? So that's another crazy thing living in this system. But like, yeah, you're right about talking to them Moors because, like I say, the internet gangsters that I do talk to, they make you don't even want to talk to them because it's like, bro, you already talking in a dialect that we can't understand. You know, they make
hey, Black Saitama. Okay, send me your birthday so I can calculate your life path and your attitude number. Everybody's really hyped about this goddamn numerology and shit. So send it to me in my private chat so I can give you your life path number. And
but I want to touch on what Saitama's talking about. Saitama, that's a good point. My experience with the Israelites, I ain't experienced the Moors. They rare, but the Israelites is like an offshoot. And they some loudmouth assholes. If you go to any major city in the U.S., and they will have Israelites, and those Israelites stand outside with giant megaphones yelling at people, white people, black people that disagree with them. I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? They literally like white devils is this and that. I'm like, okay, but the police come up here, your voice will get, your tone will get different. They'll probably blame it on racism. Okay.
Yeah, they don't. Like I say, they don't let you talk. They don't like. It's even like just saying. One problem we have is we don't know how to communicate with each other. You know, like one person talk, let the other one. Once you triggered, you don't want to let nobody speak, and that'd be the hardest part. Somebody gets triggered, they don't even want to hear the opposing point of view. Israelites, they don't want to hear your opposing point of view because they come from the fallacy that they already know it. And it's like, nigga, you don't know what I'm about to say because I'm the first. This is the first time you speaking with me, but they already figure you coming from a concept of inferior knowledge. But nigga, y'all not in charge. You don't have no examples for us to know. You can't take us to the past. Oh, Israelites was in charge back in 1400. Nigga, we live in 2020 now, nigga. Y'all niggas don't even own the corner store.
They have this sickness called sovereign citizen, a sickness. You know, you have to look up yourself. Some man, ordinary man made up this thing to where you don't have to abide by the laws of America. You are a Moor. You are, and I've seen a couple court cases with this shit. And I was like, what the fuck is this? You'll drive around with no fucking driver's license. I was like, holy shit, I want to do that. Show me how to do that. So I started dwelling deep. When you're being constructive or you're being critical, you start doing some research. And then I found out it's all a fallacy, okay? Because people tend to not even do any research, which is pretty fucked up, okay? You heard about that shit? Have you seen any court cases with the sovereign citizen nation?
Not necessarily.
So hold on. Go ahead. Hold on.
I was just saying not necessarily.
Okay, you never saw any court cases with the sovereign citizen people who think they have rights over Americans?
On YouTube, yeah. On YouTube, definitely.
Okay. I'm doing your numerology thing right now. I'm trying to find out your birthday. So it's like you have to take all digits of your number and add it individually. So you say your month is 10th, right?
Yeah.
And your day is 7.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Let me make sure here. Okay, so 1980, right? That's October 7th, 1980, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 and 7 is 8, 8 and 1 is 9, 9 and 9 is 18, 18 and 8 is 26. So you don't count the 0. So the numbers only go up to 1 through 9. Remember that the numbers only go through 1 through 9. And if you get a number that's like 11, 22, 33, those are special universal numbers. That's what this person says, Pythagoras says. Or if you have a 10, 20, 30, 40, the 0 at the end represents that something universal is going on. As I got her book, you say, I read about this, and I thought it was very interesting. But if you do get a number that's over 9, you have to separate the numbers. So I'll send it to you, and it's a 2 plus 6. You separate the digits. You see how I did that? Yeah. And so I'm going to send it to you. And basically, you got a path number of 8, which is a bad number, but it's a good number when it comes down to prosperity. It's a prosperity number, but you have no spiritual protection. You take the 8, and turn it sideways, you get an infinity sign. right? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a good thing for prosperity. So you'll get a lot of money, but somehow you are not going to be protected spiritually. So you better focus on that spirituality. Now, the other thing is that I want you to know that to get your attitude number, it's your it's your birthday and your month. And also, if it's incompatible, the attitude number and life path number, you're gonna have problems in life. Okay. So right now, I see you have an 8. So you actually, so it's that's 1 plus 0 plus 7, right? So you get an 8. Okay. So you got an 8 in attitude. Okay. You add the month and you add the day. Okay. And now you have, it's completely compatible. And you, if you match like that, that means you're completely about money. You'll be getting money. You probably already have money, right? And you can donate to, you could donate to everybody.
I wish.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the compatible numbers again, before I talk about another topic, is 1s, 5s, and 7s. Okay, and then it's 3s, 6s, and 9s, and then it's 2s, 4s, and 8s. Okay, so if those numbers are not matching up, everything you do in your life, from your phone number, okay, to even your name has a numerological type of play on it. Okay, so I sent it to you already. I'm gonna send it to you, and you hold on. Let me see your life path number. Let me write it down here. Let me see. So have you ever heard of a life path number before, an attitude number before?
Nah, never.
Man, it's pretty fucking interesting, man. I started getting into. I used to be astrology. I used to be into nano chart reading, palm, reflexology. Okay, I used to be into all that type of stuff, but I stopped because I know there was a simpler way. There had to be a simpler way. Okay, I sent it to you already. But anyway, what's on your mind? What do you want to talk about before I go on to the next subject?
Oh no, I'm just here. Brad told me to just jump in real quick. I was talking to a few friends on direct message. So then he said, just jump in. So I just jumped in to see what y'all was talking about. So you could go ahead with your with a new subject.
Yeah. So have you never heard of the TV show? If you have never heard the radio talk show at Coast to Coast, y'all should listen to his show. George Norrie and Art Bell. I think it's founded by Art Bell because he died again. So David Icke. You ever heard of David Icke? You know anything about David Icke?
Yeah, my homegirl just sent me a link about that. They say something got deleted, but they was talking about this crap from years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because David Icke talks about the stuff that I think about, everything he says. I think he lives in London. He's talking all of the time on the stages. Nobody listens to him. The more intellectual you become, right, the more monotone you become. I go to sleep on David Icke all of the time. He's so monotone.
Yeah, for sure.
He don't have no animation in his face.
It's like drinking water. It's like you can't drink water all the time, but like all them juice and beer, like you look forward to those tastes. You know what I'm saying? And you could drink that shit all the time, but when it comes to water, you get kind of pissed off. Like, nah, I don't want the water.
Yeah, I try to listen to David Icke stuff. Yeah, have you ever heard of David Icke stuff? His information, you ever heard of it?
I never listened to it. Not to be honest, I never listened to it.
Well, he talks about the moon is actually a satellite, and we are all under a frequency like the Matrix, to be simple and be short. And our souls are being regurgitated into vortices, like reincarnation and shit like that. And the lizards are watching us. They actually have proof and evidence of this. I'm glad I'm talking about this near the end of my video because a lot of people don't like to listen. So I talk about interesting shit as it goes on. Okay, so if you look up David Icke, I put it in there, his name in there. Because I'm a Zachariah Ascension fan. I'm a Chariots of the God type fan. I try to find out about these other gods like the Anunnaki and their planet called Anu and shit, and I try to tell people some scary shit. But please understand that when you worship the sun is basically a conglomerate of all the souls that were regurgitated over and over into a kinetic energy, frequency to where we just somehow the sun exists. Do you know how the sun was created, man?
No.
Okay. Do you even read any stories on how they, the cracker likes to think in theoretical terms? Okay. How the sun was created or the black hole? Any of the information you have? Anything you would like to talk about?
No, I never looked into astrology. My homeboy, he like talking about flat Earth theory, but I never looked into it, like, because I just think that's more than I could fathom to think of, like with the problems we got to deal with daily. I never really say, man, like solving that fucking what if space exists or flat Earth exists. I never even thought about any kind of cosmetology or whatever, cosmos or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, that's never on my thought pattern. Never think about space.
Yeah, I tell people be open minded all the time. Because even Phil Enterton, he has a little bit of he's a little closed minded sometimes. I say, hey, you can't. I don't believe everything can be calculated through mathematical equations. It'll always be a random number, and if it's a random number, it is not necessary to use at all times. I disagree with saying the universal language is math. Okay, when you say that, you're closing your mind. That's a form of arrogance. What do you think about that?
I mean, we all set in our ways at a certain point in time in life. You could be open minded to certain things, but you have to really want to try it. Like I'm finally, like bucket lists. Like I don't know, it's hard to change your psyche on some shit you already. You have to really be a fucking free spirit to be open minded. That I see, because a lot of people accept the matrix the way it is. So it's like I'm set in my ways, and I don't want to, Otherwise, you could be influenced by a liberal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I look at it.
Okay, so what do you think about? Let me ask you a question here. What do you think about the big boob bimbos and the guys who fall for them, or the fat fetish fucks, okay, and the shitty ass fucks? What do you think about them?
I was thinking is because I was there before, so a popular term is
You don't do those things, do you? You don't like fat women or eating shitty asses and drinking the blood of women on their bloody mode. It's called the bloody.
Nah, I've never been into that, but I've always had a standard, but I've never been good with women, to be honest. I grew up lame, simp, whatever you want to call that shit. It was only after embracing like I say, MGTOW within the past fucking 5-6 years that I'm developing this new mindset. But like a lot of my original thoughts have carried over. Like without knowing what MGTOW was, I felt this way. You feel me? But what you say about the guys that think about it, I was one of those guys before, like the beta blues simp, whatever, this and that, right?
Well, you can change. If you was a simp and you like to use vaginas, okay, to me, a simp is someone who like to use vaginas. You don't get married. Marriage is forbidden for an alpha male. An alpha male is always supposed to have multiple women. King Solomon was the greatest alpha of all time. King Solomon the Great.
So is in existence. There's a difference between beta men, alpha men. Like like you say, alpha men have a lot of women they're supposed to. Beta men, we think so. I think it's just with me, it was insecurities. I thought I wasn't good enough to get what I demand. You know what I'm saying? And what I want in my head is like, damn, they've been showing us Beyonce our whole life. I like Beyonce, right? And then you feel like you're not good enough, so you settle for something close to that. Or if she's fat, God forbid, like motherfuckers be making excuses. Oh, I like fat. Nah, nigga, no, you don't. God damn it. I don't. That's how I be trying to figure out how you do, but some people do. So we all different. But some people are insecure, and sometimes we're all human. So it's like, you don't know until somebody puts you on game and until you realize it for yourself. You got to go through some kind of hard time before you realize it.
I believe anyone who likes to eat shitty ass, anyone who likes to give a female a bloody fucking marriage, okay, they go on her period, okay? Come on now, baby. Come on now. You're making too much noise. And you got that likes a fat fetish, a fat fuck, okay? And those individuals have some sort of a deformed effeminate gene, okay? Remember you were talking about Rad, okay? I really do believe this because they do, white people already know about the gay gene. They just don't want to publicize it for racist tendencies because they got the warrior gene, they got this gene, they got that gene. They're not gonna, because I found out about the gay gene many years ago. Is that they don't want people to know about it because it's predominantly in Milano, any one of that species to the crackers. Because that's
why Africans don't like that gay shit. Africans don't like that gay shit. West Africans especially.
Shit off. And Muslims don't like it either. They'll kill you.
But them Muslims be hypocrites. They fuck little boys. Those Muslims are hypocrites. They fuck little boys.
I'm not talking about those Muslims. I ain't talking about those. There's some Muslims that are completely off the charts, man. Fucking animals. They have a right to. I don't believe in religion anyway. If you follow any religion, You're a fool.
You can't group people in. Those words are too simple to group them in to say Muslims. Like, you're not speaking for all.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, not all, but I'm talking about like the Muslim leaders, the ones that really, the same ones that throw gay men off the buildings. They're the same ones who fuck little boys. You can look this up. Hey,
Oh, yeah,
Saitama, you was in the Middle East, right? You was in the Middle East. You know the kind of shit they do, right? You was stationed in Iraq, right? You know the kind of shit that they do over there, right?
Yeah, I was in Bahrain, but yeah, I seen a little cultural difference over there.
They got the little boys that dance, don't they? They got the little sissy boys that dance. What they call them?
I know. So it's like, hey, and that's in a deep heart of like Afghanistan and those crazy places. More modernized Islam, modern world countries, they not really into that shit. But you go into like a fucking Afghanistan, which is pretty much like a goddamn Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Like just a totally, no government really exists there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that bullshit exists. Like, you go straight into the straight rural country, redneck areas of these Islam countries. Yeah, that shit exists. You know what I'm saying? But more modern, I don't really see it. But you see the fucking the pedophilia gang getting called out here in America too. So it exists everywhere. And these are the first people to say they're religious. So I agree with you on that, man. The wickedest people claim religion. Like, you don't need to claim religion. Just wake up and don't kill nobody. The fuck?
Yeah, but you know why religion is created. It was created from the Dark Ages because human beings were into paganism before religion. So if you take the word God itself and you turn it backwards, it turns into dog. And dog represents dogma. And dogma represents propaganda. See? And even in the word propaganda, you will see the word God. And in propaganda, you get paganism. Now, paganism, even though the O is not there, you can see it if you turn it upside down. You see the wordplay. And the oligarchs and the zealots, or the Gentiles, they say, the Gentiles, the Jewish people, the motherfuckers, I ain't seeing all of them. And you better not stop me, Jewish people, because I love you too. I love all of the chaos. But please understand this. if they can master mold and control the White Caucasoid Mountains and mastermind all of the fucking slavery that goes on in the history of mankind, imagine how smart they are, man. Imagine how smart they are to use religion as that great tool.
I say it all the time. We've been conquered, man. So it's like I said, with Israelites, Moors, or whatever, I don't want to hear about no past history anymore.
Because you're not there. You're not there.
We can't do nothing about it, man. And it's
somatics and constructive thinking is out of the fucking window. Somatics and constructive thinking is out of the window for religious people. Bro. How you been, Bootsy?
Yeah, good.
Bootsy Garvey, what's good, bro?
Yeah,
he lives in Nigeria.
I think the service is better now.
Yeah, I hear you very clear. I don't know why. Why is your signal so clear now? What's going on? Is it the
service is better now?
Okay, you know what? Yeah, you used to have that in Ethiopia. In Ethiopia, the service will be better when it's like 1 to 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. Okay, so what time is it over there right now? Right now, my time, Eastern Standard Time, is 7:40 p.m. And your time is what?
Is my time is 12:37 a.m.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I understand. So go ahead. So did you create a Cash App yet, Butchie Garvey?
No.
Okay. So, but did you create PayPal?
I just log into link you sent to me.
Okay, go ahead.
I log in using the link you sent to me.
Okay. Yeah, please understand that if I send you a link, this link is only for today because it changes every time you start a broadcast. Every time you start a broadcast on StreamYard, they give you a new link all of the time. I wish it was just more convenient to just use one link, but every time you start a new StreamYard broadcast, it's always a different link each time. So go ahead.
But don't you think Zoom might be better? Maybe we'll try Zoom.
Okay.
Maybe we'll try
Zoom. What is Zoom? What is Zoom?
I'm listening.
Zoom might be better. So with Zoom, it will be easier for us to communicate that your voice cracks. Because now your voice cracks. I can hear you clearly. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Okay. You are definitely more harder to understand because of your accents. But of course, it's all about the network. I'm gonna try Zoom and we'll see what it's about. So you said Zoom is on an app. It's in the Play Store.
Yeah, it is like an app you install. So you schedule a meeting through that.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna see if I can find it. But if it's a foreign app, I probably might not be able to use it because that's for foreigners. Okay, it's all about internet now, and I hope that this 5G will be up and running, and I hope that we can actually communicate even more. You know what I'm saying? So, what would you like to talk about? I talk about multiple things. What do you think about big boob bimbos, big boob bimbos, big titty bimbos,
Group members.
group members?
I don't get what you are saying.
Okay,
Say it again.
I'm gonna say it again slowly. What do you think of guys who like women, who love women with big boobs?
Ah, yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about those guys?
Yeah, I think a woman having big boobs is a blessing.
Do you really think that is a fetish?
No, it is not. It is natural.
Okay, how about this? Let me ask you another question. What do you think about men who like to eat shitty asses?
That'll be difficult for me to say online.
You can say that online. You can say anything you want, as long as it's not terroristic. As long as it's nothing abusive, because I don't break policy on YouTube. But they'll say I'm being racist when I say the word nigger or cracker, and I'm like, I'm a comedian. I'm allowed to say those things. I'm like, I try to listen up most of my my videos under comedy, okay? But you know how they are at YouTube are. YouTube is pretty much being restricted because Jewish people, they get jealous too, just like white people do. Oh, my daughter is calling me now. So go ahead. What do you think about guys who eat shitty ass? Hello? Oh, but anyway, I gotta get out of here anyway. So his internet is acting up. Bushy? Bushy? Sometimes I can't understand what he's saying half the time. I have to slow it down. That makes English more superior than all the Englishes. Unless you talk too fast. Unless you talk too monotone. But you don't want to go to sleep on the motherfucker, you know. The more, you know what I learned? I learned that the more intellectual people are, the more likely they become monotone in their conversation, okay? And I don't understand that. Phil does that a lot on his talk show. I'm gonna try to join his talk show very shortly though. But I want you to understand that I talked about all my topics and people talked about their own topics, and that's why we going down the rabbit hole, babies. If you have any comments, questions, or insults or roast, you put it down below. You put it down in the comment section. You show up on the show, I'll put your information. Make sure you link it to me. And he's trying to come back on here. Let me see. And if you have a terrible internet, and we'll talk from there. So what's going on? You're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm fine.
Okay. So the question
we are
was
asking about women with big boobs. What I think about them.
No, I changed the question. You felt it was totally okay. But let's go a little further to the left. Let's go a little further to the left. Let's say, what do you think about guys? What's that?
Well, why?
Is that your dog?
What I think about guys?
What is that in the background?
Don't mind me. I'm outside. I am at my veranda. This market. So I'm not here. I'm just waiting. I've not entered my room. So I'm catching breath here.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah, I'm catching my breath.
Okay.
No bed yet.
What do you think? What do you think about men who like to eat shit?
Oh, dear. I didn't get your question. Maybe take it slower.
Okay. What do you think about men who desire women and eat the shitty ass crack? Eat their booty. Eating booty.
I didn't know I'm coming here for sexual education.
Oh, I'm just wondering what you think about it, because we talk about multiple subjects. This is one question. What do you think about that? Do they do that in your country? Have you ever heard of that before?
Yeah, people do a lot of things to satisfy their emotion. And I think it depends on who you are dealing with, the woman herself.
But
So,
do you
because
do?
some women may find it embarrassing.
But do you do? Do you eat booty?
I can answer that question a lot.
Yes, you can. Answer. That means you eat booty.
I can answer that question a lot.
It's okay. Shit, you know what I used to do in my past?
Look at you.
I used to fuck women use vaginas with strap-ons. I never touched used vaginas. Okay, and the thing is that I would get paid though. I never have sex with women unless they can pay me. Okay, so basically, my dick is bigger than everybody's because of the strap-on. Nothing's bigger than a strap-on. Okay, and them bitches be squirting. They be basically having a lot of cream and stuff on the strap-on. And then if you got a personality like mine, and you have an interview with them, then you can meet the women. And when you meet the women,
there is much echo from where you are, so it makes me difficult to hear you.
Okay. Well, let me get you on out here because I can't really keep talking if you got internet problems, okay? And we'll probably talk again tomorrow when you got really good ignorant, because I got to get off of here anyway, because it's over an hour. And Rad may do something. He may send you a link to him, okay? So you can start up with him, okay? So peace and love to you. You take it easy. Anyone who pops up on the show, I will post your information. And of course, I love you all, but I hate the many of you. As I said before, if you have internet service problems and you don't have nothing to talk about, you will be moved off, okay? So Butchie Garvey, I will talk to you tomorrow because I've been on here for quite some time, okay? And Rad Thadd may send you a link so you can join his, his feed, okay? So because I got to take care of my kids, I can't be on here forever, okay? I talk to so many people, okay? And you have a good night, okay?
Okay, good night.
Okay.
See you tomorrow.
All right. Okay, now, so since we are talking, if you have bad internet, okay, you will not really be staying too long. If you live somewhere far away, like in Canada, like Bougie, okay, what's his name? What was his name? Okay, let me see. I gotta paste the copy and paste board. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna roll out, bro. Okay. Let's see. Okay, if you just want to leave, you can come in. I won't feel like you're being rude if you jump out. Okay, I don't get disrespected easily. I'm not sensitive. Man. If you're sensitive, you shouldn't be on here. If you're basically, a stick in the mud and you don't have a sense of humor, you shouldn't be on here. Okay, listener's discretion is the fucking advice. Okay, all right. So we talked about all those things today. As I said before, it's a genetic modification thing. Okay, a degeneration or an effeminate trait within the genome, okay, people's, biologicals, okay. So, okay, I talked about Alex Jones, how he was always right, okay, and I also talked about the coronavirus cure. Also, someone just told me about iodine pills. Okay? I can't even find neither iodine pills nor zinc or tonic water. So what the hell is going on? You know, white people get the information much more quicker than the minorities and shit. And I'm one of those minorities that I just catch up on the information and I try to share it to you guys all the time. I'm not with the Nation of Islam. I'm not a fucking Christian because I am one of the 1%ers. I do not have any religion, and I am not stuck on the foundation of to believe in some sort of external God because we might not be, basically as free as you think we are. Okay, so you have to have an open mind in everything. You cannot say the universe is actually mathematical, a universal language. You can't do that. You can't say that. That's not being very open-minded. That's being arrogant. And that's what got most human beings destroyed. Please understand that this world was destroyed by fire, ice, and water. By what? Fire, ice, and water means that there was a God that destroyed the planet. I'm going to regurgitate this over and over again so y'all get it. Okay? And my voices in my head is usually accurate because my voices helped me get to Ethiopia. My voices helped me get my wife, who was a virgin. My voices helped me get to the car I had. My voices told me how to get my fucking kids. All right, so you want to make fun of me, you can, and then you'll have the voodoo on you. Voodoo. I don't give a fuck. Fuck your feelings. Okay, that's what it is like that on this fucking video. We can have fun, but don't get too serious now. Don't say you're gonna come over to somebody's house, because that will make you far more weak. Okay, so peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. And if you come on the show, I'm gonna start doing some one person for numerology. I'm gonna start doing that because when I do live sometimes on Facebook, I tend to get people asking me, "Oh, you doing the numerology thing?" You know, I say, "Okay, here. How about this? I'm gonna show the book again, and y'all can get the book yourself and understand it because it's great. She's pretty about 70% accurate, 70 fucking percent accurate." Now I know this may be an old book and it came out probably in 2000 sometime, okay? Because I've been at it for that many years. Okay, as a matter of fact, let me open this goddamn book and see when I started. Oh, I started reading this goddamn book in 2005. The Numbers Lady. I was like, oh, okay, there we go. She has over 9,000 people and she does not miss. I see her accuracy level is about 70%. Think about it, guys. So if you have like 2 or 3 things to talk about and you want to talk about it and we just, skedaddle to different subjects, okay, that's a great thing. And I just pooed it, okay, because I got gas. I ate a lot of beans and shit. Did you hear that poot? Okay, you didn't hear that poot, okay. These are lovely brothers and sisters. I'm lightened up. And I recommend that y'all go in the late at night at 12 o'clock. I don't know what time Eastern, Pacific, or Central. I don't know when. I know he's still on now. George Norrie. Yeah, I know he's still on coast to coast. Coast to coast. All right. So Rad Thadd, I see you in the comment section. Are you watching my mustache? I'm wiser than you. You know what they used to say about guys who have mustaches in the past? They didn't like the mother because we're smart asses. And when you talk to a double-edged tongue like myself, you could have yourself in a lot of trouble fucking with me. I would never shave off my mustache to work somewhere. And then next thing you know, bam, boom, boom, they don't want to hire you. That's called discrimination. Because the mustache protects you from all of the shit they can get in. You got your hair's nose and shit like that. Y'all guys got to start waking the fuck up, okay? Y'all got to start getting some payments in. That's why we're doing donations. So basically, we can all be saying kundallah. Everybody should fucking be donating $2 a fucking month. Where's my goddamn money is at? But anyway, I gotta get on out here. I'm rich, bitch. Okay? You think I'm rich? Okay. Well, peace and love to you, brothers. This is Black and Dark. Welcome to my page. Y'all have a nice day. And tomorrow I may be on. Same bad time, same bad channel. About 6 o'clock. I usually start my videos after 6 o'clock because I got to do things before and after I get off here. I got to do things after. Sometimes I got to get on a field show, and you should already seen him earlier today. Okay, it will be posted. Peace. So, anything I want to say in the comment section? Am I crazy ass? I know I'm always right because my mind is open to all things, but I'm not gonna be so open to where I want to fuck a fucking sheep or a lamb. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a balance of way. You gotta have some fucking standards, people. All right. Peace. I love you all, but I hate the many of you. 3 and